Welcome. Welcome to Tuesdays with Suzanne. And today we're going to speak about different points in our lives where we're in transitions of some kind. We're moving from a space that was very difficult, maybe a space where we felt paralyzed, or a space that was just draining us energetically. And we're coming into a space that looks more hopeful. Coming into a space that looks more hopeful. And how to transition in a time like that in a way that is embodied, in a manner where you stay home in your own system, so that every resource you have stays available to you. One of the things I've seen across the course of my life, and I'll just bare my soul here with you, is that I get very, very excited when things are starting to look up. And I want to jump and run for it. And sometimes we'll miss a step or trip and fall or totally miss a signal that my world is giving me that I think is important for us to realize in each moment, that when we stay home, when we stay embodied, we have available to us. And when we get in front of ourselves, because gosh, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, or because there's something coming that promises to be wonderful, these kinds of times are wonderful to sink into and let them come to you. And I have found myself that I have to work very hard. I practice staying present in the moments where things are looking up, and noticing and feeling and letting those moments come to me as opposed to going out in front. Okay, so let's play with that for a moment. Get to your feet on the floor, soles of your feet on the floor, and your tush in the chair. Get your back completely comfortable so it's supported. Let your eyes gently close. Invite your curiosity to lead the way as we play with the whole idea of how to stay present when we're in a time of transition, where perhaps it feels like there may be a light at the end of the tunnel. We're coming out of that tunnel. Whatever it is in your own world that's created the tunnel, the darkness, the challenge, the frustration, whatever it is. Yeah. Good. And follow your breath, being very curious about the sensations of breathing, the temperature of the air as it comes in through your nostrils or your throat, as it travels down into your lungs, as you feel the rise and the fall of your ribs as you inhale and exhale. Noticing whether they're symmetrical or whether they're asymmetrical. And they are, by the way, most of the time asymmetrical, but noticing the sensations of breathing down into your belly. Yeah. And feeling your sitting bones resting on the chair or whatever's supporting you right now. Is one resting more fully than the other, or are they both resting equally? And breathing down into them. With your awareness and your attention, letting yourself travel on down into your upper legs, your knees, your calves, all the way down to your feet, resting on the floor. Good. The sensation of your feet resting on the floor. Are they resting equally? I'm noticing in my own feet that I'm feeling more on my inner arches and my heels. In both feet. And just drawing attention to it for myself, I'm noticing, oh, what would it feel like if I could pay attention more to the outside of my feet? So notice what you're noticing right now. In the soles of your feet, the sensations of your feet resting on the planet because of the gravitational field that we all live within. Yeah. And then allowing your awareness to drop down into the earth beneath you, putting down roots or perhaps light beams or riding a river of awareness. Whatever metaphor works for you, use it. Good. 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 And let your roots, your light beams, your rivers of awareness travel as widely and deeply as you feel comfortable doing in this moment today. Good. Good. And taking an easy breath, allow yourself to exhale whatever is no longer useful or helpful, any excess tension you might have in your system. Just letting it go. Yeah. And then on your next breath, inhale through the bottoms of your feet, the rich field of the earth, whatever component of it would feel nourishing and nurturing to your feet and your legs. Good. Take another breath and allow the rest of your legs and feet to fill as you open to your pelvis and your belly and your low back, filling with whatever would nourish them. And that third breath, allowing the rest of your torso, your heart and your chest and your lungs, your backbone. Good. Fourth breath, allowing it to move right down into your arms and hands and fingers. And on that fifth breath, allowing your neck and your entire cranium to fill. Yeah. And if you want to, allow yourself to take one more breath and allow any little corners to fill. And allow this flow coming in from the earth and moving through you to move right on out the crown of your head, showering down around you, bathing your skin and the energy field that runs through it and around it. Yes. Good. Good. And remember that if you feel any sense of pressure as you breathe and fill with what would nourish you most at the crown of your head when you get there, you can just gently reach up and lift up on your hair. That'll open the crown. You can scratch your head right there if that works for you. Rub it. Give it some sensation. It stimulates that energy flow doorway to open so that you become a living, breathing conduit, full. Your inner energy reservoir is as full as it can be this morning and flowing. between the earth and the heavens. Good. Good. Now take a moment and think about something that's coming up for you. Something that's the light at the end of your tunnel, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Could be a vacation. It could be that a whole creative process that you're in is going to come to fruition. It could be that someone you know and love will be in your presence sometime soon. It may be the end of something that's been challenging, that's been hard. Whatever it is, allow yourself to think about it right now. You can even see it in your mind's eye. Notice how it feels. And allow yourself to recognize that when we have something out there in the future, our tendency as human beings, this is not a character flaw, but our tendency is to move forward and to move toward the goal line. Yeah. What I would like to invite you to do today is to rest back, to feel your spine resting on whatever's supporting you, to feel your sitting bones deeply on whatever's supporting you there, your feet on the earth. And as you rest back, invite that goal that's out there in the future to come to you. In a way, it's as though you're letting your lens widen on this tunnel and allowing what's out there to come right into your presence, right here. So it's in the basket of who you are. You can feel it, see it, smell it, taste it. But it's right here. You're not leaving yourself at all. You can feel how it feels in your heart as you're standing at that future place. You can feel how it feels in your gut, in your bones. Good, good. Good. Yes. Good. And notice anything that comes to mind as your goal comes to rest right within you. Here it is. Here it is. And how steady you feel. How present. I also know from much personal experience across 40 years, 4 decades, that when I rest in the present moment with my goals, whatever I need to do, whatever is my next step in that goal achievement, shows up on the screen of my awareness. So allow yourself to notice, is there any step or two that is important for you to recognize today where this goal is concerned? It might be that you need to make a call, that you might need to set up a structure, that you might need to relax and just let it in. You got the idea. And each morning, as you replay this Tuesdays with Suzanne, and you rest back and you ground, you bring that present moment, that light at the end of the tunnel, into your, right here, your system. And listen for what's yours to do tomorrow. And then when you get to the day after, again, drop in. Notice what the tunnel feels like, what the light feels like. Bring it to you in your present moment and ask again, and what's mine to do today? Yes. And step by step by step, you move into the future. You move into the future, and the future comes to you. So there's a great deal of grace and ease in how things unfold. That long list you might have made that's going to get you to the goal drops away, because whatever's next and most important will show up as you drop in, get present, and let that future goal come to you. Good. Good. And I invite you to work with this meditation every morning for the next week or two, so that you can understand the practice, the habit of bringing it to you, rather than leaving yourself and going out to it. It's a much healthier way. Your lens stays a lot wider. You don't miss stuff. Yeah. And you often have a more effective journey to that goal. More efficient. And more joy. And enjoy.